Alana Reed, we had talked about her before because of what she did at Champs when she ran the 1092. Well, she was competing for Heidel, and Heidel just cleaned up 4x1, 4x4. We saw her in the 4x1. She actually ran the opening leg for Heidel's 4x1. Tells you how good they are that they can put her on the opening leg and still get the victory. But they were crushing teams all weekend.
Yeah, Reed was kind of the star of the women's, the girls, high school girls sprints. Whenever she was on the track, the Jamaican crowd went nuts, and they backed it up with some impressive wins. 4x4, 4x1. Obviously, Reed wasn't in the 4x4, but she led off here in this 4x1. Very impressive. The time was what? Like number 4 all time? 3 of our time. It was number 3 all time mark run at the Penn Relays in non-ideal conditions. You look at this, water on the track. So very impressive for the Jamaican team, Heidel.
44-16, second place 45-59.
Yeah, normally you don't win a 4x1 by a second.
Second and a half. Yeah, they're rolling. And you can see still the puddles on the track, like of how cold it was and how wet it was, even on Saturday when it wasn't as bad as it was on Friday. But they were cruising. It is fun to watch and be there to see the fans respond, because even in the prelim heats, when there's a Jamaican team in the mix, it gets so loud. And then if they get past or they're out of it, it just air comes out of the balloon a little bit. But luckily for them, they were winning most of the times they were running. Boys, girls, it didn't really matter. I want to talk about, Providence, two women's teams here on the college side, Providence women and Stanford women. Providence women, they won the 4x1500.
Did not see that coming.
I didn't even think I had it in the preview. I feel really bad about that. I thought it was going to come from those 4 other teams I thought it could come from. And then we'll go to the DMR. We can just show the last lap of this. Stanford's DMR. I thought they'd be able to give the NCAA record a run. They almost did, and this was when the conditions weren't good. But they used the same team that they did at NCAA. So they had Tanaka to Valman to Roisin Willis to Juliet Whitaker, and they just dominated this race as you'd expect that they could do. Maybe a little more competition out there, especially on Willis's leg. Willis just erased a huge gap, and then fast forward to the end, and there's no one near her. So she didn't get any benefit from chasing. She chased, caught him, and then put him in the rear view. I like that Stanford just went for it.
Yeah.
They weren't playing games at all. In fact, they were playing so few games that night, Friday night, they got back on a plane to fly back to the Bay Area because they ran in the big meet on Saturday against Cal. So they probably were thinking the faster we finish, the quicker we can get our bags checked and through security, maybe have time to charge our phone, get a quick snack, and get on the cross-country flight. And that's exactly what they did. I saw Valman ran a quick quarter for them on Saturday at the big meet.
Yeah, Valman ran 52:07. Willis ran at the big meet 53:41. Did Whitaker run? Maybe. Yeah, Whitaker did not need a run.
She ran the mile.
So she's like, you're good.
Yeah.
You run the full mile.
But she still had to fly back with them, probably.
Yeah, she still had to fly, or maybe she stayed. No, she definitely flew back with them. But they were about 2 seconds off the outdoor collegiate record in the rain. They went for it. It was impressive. They did not lollygag around. They win the DMR indoors. They win the DMR at Penn.
You're really big into, and I'm excited about this too. The DMR indoor and the DMR Penn sweep.
Yeah,
that's just you're the king or queen of the DMR. If you do that,
because those are the only 2 places where the DMR matters.
Yeah, I think we should do more to build that up every year.
Yeah,
you should get the wheel, but then you also should get something else, and then you need to get even like if you win
it's like the Triple Crown.
Except the double. It's only 2.
Double crown.
If you win NCAA indoors, you should be required to go defend your title. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, most teams that do win NCAA indoor DMR do go on to run it at Penn Relays.
Yeah.
A majority of them do. But,
Wisconsin men won it this time.
Yeah. Oklahoma State was in it.
Oklahoma State got beat. Yeah.
They got beat.
Yeah.